Hey y'all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am talking all about my dedicated morning routine that has absolutely created substantial change in my life over the past 6 months. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am talking all about my dedicated morning routine that has absolutely created substantial change in my life over the past 6 months. This is something that I've been implementing for about half a year now, and it has allowed me to grow leaps and bounds in a short amount of time. And I advise any and everybody to implement these things into their routine daily, and I promise you, you will see tremendous results from it. So if you're interested in creating more elevation and growth into your life, if you feel like you kind of been stagnant, if you feel like you kind of just all over the place with your days, then I suggest you to stay tuned because you'll find a lot of value in this. Okay, so for starters, morning routines are essential, right? A lot of us as adults don't have a dedicated routine outside of getting up, brushing our teeth, washing our face, showering. We don't do anything that prioritizes ourselves mentally and spiritually to get us aligned so our day flows more fluidly, right? And then we're in a good mind space. A lot of us wake up in a reactionary period, right? I know for me, for the longest time, before I got my sleep schedule up to par, I would wake up trying to chase my day, right? And there's a good chance you're doing the same right now. You wake up and what do? First thing you do is grab your phone off the charger, off the nightstand. You are figuring out like who messaged you, what calls you missed, checking your email, checking your social media, Facebook, Instagram, and you are in a reactionary state, which leads me to the first thing that I do. First of all, I don't touch my phone for the first 1 to 2 hours of the day, right? I even teach my clients how to do this. I coach them on this morning routine because a lot of your transformations that are to come in your life start up here. It doesn't start with the physical, mechanical stuff. It starts all with the mental. So like I said, the first 2 hours of the day, I don't touch my phone at all because what that does, it automatically puts you in a place where you're distracted, right? You're not intentional with your time. Your morning is the most impressionable part of your day, right? Your consciousness is awaking finally, and you have been in a state where you've been literally dreaming. You're in an impressionable state. So the first point of waking up in the day is when you have the most power in setting precedent. So like I said, I don't touch my phone. I usually wake up at about 7 a.m. and I don't care who texted me, who emailed me. I let my clients know, all of that. Like, I don't touch my phone in the morning, right? Because next thing you know, you will be chasing down your day, right? Because you worried about what your boss just texted you. You worried about who tweeted what on Twitter. Somebody that pissed you off from last night. Now you automatically in this negative spiraling state of mind, and now your day is controlling you instead of you controlling your day. And that's not what we want. We want to be very, very, very intentional. Intentional is one of my favorite words, and you will come to learn that. Be very, very intentional with how you are spending your time, because how you start your day is usually how you end it, right? Have you ever woken up, you feel like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, somebody done pissed you off in the morning, or you done woke up late. Next thing you know, everything is spiraling out of control. You stub your toe. Your jacket gets caught on the door. You tripping and falling. You done burnt the eggs on the stove. Somebody just called you with some bad news because you are in a low frequency, low vibration because of how you started. And that's what you're going to attract as long as you're in those states. So that's why in the morning, I don't touch my phone at all. I literally take time to pour into myself. So after I roll out of bed in the morning, like I said, I completely ignore my phone. And the first thing I do is I open my shades to get some natural sunlight and vitamin D into my system, right? The sun wakes me up naturally, so I might walk outside for a second, get some fresh air, or I'll just, like I said, open my blinds, open my curtains, and allow my body to soak in that vitamin D and completely wake up. After that, I get a little bit of water, usually around room temperature, not too cold, because what that does, it really gets your digestive kick started. So your body internally starts to kind of, wake up, because once you've been asleep for 6, 7, 8 hours overnight, your body has been fasting and you wake up sort of dehydrated. So like I said, that just gets your body kick-started so it can start its day. After that, what I do is I usually do some simple stretches, like I pull my arms back, I'll do some hamstring stretches, because your body is a little tense, it's a little tight from being just laid down for hours on end. So I make sure that I move around and I get myself kind of going and my blood flowing through my body, so I feel a lot better. From here, I go into my breath work. This has been an extreme game changer for me. I do this throughout the day. Anytime I'm feeling anxious, anytime I'm feeling stressed out, like everything is starting to kind of like come at me from 20 different directions, I use this to center myself, because you will come to find out a lot of times you are in a place where you are just mentally scattered because you are worried about the past, what happened yesterday, what happened last week, this conversation you had with somebody, or you're too far into the future. You're worried about what next week looks like, what the next 5 minutes look like, how you gonna get this day, how you gonna get your day taken care of, right? But the only thing you can inevitably control is this moment right now. This moment right now. Present moment. You can't change the past, that's impossible. And you can't do anything, you can't affect the future, right? All you can do is control the moment that you're in and be very, very cognizant of what you're doing, right, in this moment. If you're too far into any of those places other than here, it's going to create a mental it's going to unbalance you, right? And you're not going to be effectively managing your time. So one thing that I've come to know is that breathing and breath work, it just brings you back. So this is something that I do regularly, right? So I usually start with about 3 to 5 deep belly breaths, which is just breathing in throughout your nose, so much that it actually, you can hold it in your stomach, hold it for about 3 seconds, and then I release with an audible sound out of my mouth. So I'll give you an example. So like I said, I breathe in through my nose, hold it, and then I release for about 7 seconds throughout my mouth with an audible sound. So let's try it. Oh, and one thing I do is I make sure I'm in a very quiet place with no distractions. All right, let's go. How relieved do you feel? If you haven't tried it, I promise, try it and you will see a world of difference in your mood, in your physical being, in everything. It just resets you and it brings you back here where you need to be. So after I do my breathing, I go into my meditation for about 5 to maybe 15 minutes. Like I said, I'm sitting in a place where I'm not distracted. It's quiet. I usually have some sleep sounds playing in the background, or some affirmations, which I'll link the affirmations that I like to listen to by World King. And I do this while I'm literally breathing. It allows me to clear my mind. I have a clean slate, and it allows me to connect to source and to God. Because one thing you'll find is that when you're distracted mentally, you're worried about this email you need to send, you're worried about what happened last week, you're worried about a breakup, you're worried about whatever, you can't receive the things that you are needing to receive, whether that's in the form of an idea, a message, a blessing, because you're all over the place. You're repelling everything. So meditation just helps you be present in the moment. It brings your anxiety levels down. It helps you connect spiritually and align yourself, and it helps you receive. So what I do is I literally sit undistracted and I just clear my mind. I just focus on my breathing in and out, and I literally take time to think of all the positive things I can think of, all the things that I want to attract in my life: love, finances, health, prosperity, success, how I want my day to flow, because it's going to raise my vibrations and my frequency, right? I'm in a good mood as I think about this, and then as I go throughout the day, I'm attracting these things as well. So I love, love, love to meditate. Meditation has not always been easy for me. I tried to get into meditation years ago, and I always used to find myself drifting off into thought. And I still do sometimes. I just bring myself back. But meditation is like a muscle. It's something that you have to work in order to strengthen. But with time, it gets easier. You get better at doing it. I promise. It's something you have to stick with. It's not something that's just one and done. Oh, I meditated. No, this is something that it becomes a daily part of your lifestyle, and it starts to change you from within. And I'm telling you, you will unlock versions of yourself that you before never thought existed. Okie doke. Now, the last piece of my morning routine, and this is probably something I do constantly throughout the day. Affirmations. Y'all hear me talk about affirmations all the time. And an affirmation is just a statement that declares who you are or who you want to be. I am big on speaking life into myself. Ask my clients. Ask them. I tell them all the time, every day you need to be doing your affirmations and setting your intentions. So the power of affirmations, right? I usually do this by taking a notebook, and I'll actually show you guys if I can turn to one of the pages really quick. I literally write, read, and say my affirmations. So you guys can kind of see here. This is the list of affirmations I wrote one morning. I usually take time to write maybe like 5 or 10 of them. I am healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm whole, I'm happy, I'm energized, I'm a wealth magnet, I'm a wealth creator. Money flows easily and effortlessly to me. It's not difficult. Don't overthink it. But there is so much power in the tongue, honey. Don't wake up saying I'm tired. Don't wake up saying I'm broke. Don't wake up saying I'm out of shape, because that is what you will subconsciously start to feed yourself, and your subconscious repetitions turn into beliefs, and that's how you'll start to believe, and that's what you'll start to identify with, right? So be very intentional about what you tell yourself, because we already get enough negativity and doubt from outside society that starts to infiltrate and affect how we feel and see ourselves. It is important for you to wake up in the morning when you're most impressionable and tell yourself, I am beautiful, I'm closer to my goal weight, I am consistent, I am energized, I feel like $1 million. I am $1 million, right? Because you will start to believe it. And it will start to become a part of who you are and your identity. Because, believe it or not, everybody's circumstances currently, where they are in life, financially, relationship-wise, career-wise, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, is based off of who you identify with and how you see yourself in this world, because that is how you show up. So it starts at home, it starts up here, and how you decide to show up in the world, right? So I start with affirmations. I do affirmations throughout the day. I do affirmations with my clients. I do affirmations every morning. Like I say, I will write them, I will read them, and I will say them, because that is constantly building repetition, which builds belief, right? The more you hear something, the more you believe it. Just think about it, right? Throughout the years, everything you've heard started to become a belief the more you heard it. Just take a second, right? And a lot of us have a very poor wealth consciousness, because we always heard money don't grow on trees. You got money for this, right? I'm not made of money, right? Money is hard to get. You got to work hard. And that's what you start to believe. All of that is untrue, though. So what I do is I decondition all of that stuff that I learned throughout childhood, and I start to build these new positive beliefs that are conducive to who I'm trying to become in this day and time. That's why a lot of us as adults, probably 90% of people, we have this childhood trauma from experiences, from things that we were told, from all of this, that we grew up and it became a belief, and now it's perpetuating in our day-to-day lives, and we wondering why we have these unstable relationships, why we can't attract money into our lives, and why all of these different things is because we grew up experiencing and being told these things from society, from parents, from peers, right? And now it's become it's got a strong hold on us mentally and spiritually, and we need to let that go. And you will begin to debunk those things, right? And decondition those things with this morning routine. That's why it's so important to do daily, because it's reinforcement. It's chipping at it day to day. So, yeah, So with that, I want to leave you guys. Hopefully that was valuable, and I promise you, if you implement this and the more you build routine into it, you will start to see beautiful things start to come into your life. You will start to attract things. You will start to become a better version of yourself, and it's just going to be a whirlwind of positivity, prosperity, and abundance. So that's what you're destined for, I promise. But you have to be more intentional with your time, and you have to set yourself up for success starting at the beginning of the day, because how you start is usually how you end, right? So just take all of this into account. To recap, I don't touch my phone for the first hour or two. I drink water, I get natural sunlight, I meditate, do my breath work, I stretch, and I do my affirmations, and even do an audio book in the morning along with it. A lot of times I'm very big on Audible. I'll link it in the description below if you want to download and start listening to audiobooks, because we are what we consume, right? Not even just in the form of food, but what we listen to, what you see on your social media, what you see, what you smell, what you hear, what you touch, what you say, is all consumption, right? So with that being said, I want to let you guys go. I hope you found this valuable. Let me know what types of things you guys do in the morning that helps you, and then maybe I can implement, or someone else. It could, and just be a light for somebody else. Drop it in the comments. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in and being here, because you could have virtually been anywhere right now, but you decided to be here, and for that I love and appreciate you. So make sure you guys like and subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you guys in the next one.